Hi, welcome back to our channel. Hope you are all doing well. Today we would like to discuss glossary and question and answers of class 10 English. That is Unit 2, Reading A, Dear Departed, Part 1. Dear children, before you watch this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel. The theme of the second unit is wit and humor. Wit means intelligence or a natural talent or the ability to speak in a clever way. Humor. What is a humor? Humor is nothing but amusing, comedy, or fun. Dear children, these are the two major aspects of our life. Without wit and humor, our life is incomplete. Dear children, the present lesson, The Dear Departed, which was written by Stanley Horton, is a social drama. It is a satirical one act play. It depicts the sad reality of the modern nuclear families that are strained with selfish interests and individual desires. It shows how love, compassion, and respect are being swallowed by greed in the society. So here in this video, I would like to cover about the author, glossary and question and answers. Now let us know more information about the author of the lesson. Yeah, as you know very well, the author of the lesson is William Stanley Horton. He was born in 1881, died in 1913. He was a famous English dramatist. He was one of the best of a group of realistic playwrights often called the Manchester School. In every play, he sought to present an idea. He had a remarkable gift for dialogue that is evident in The Dear Departed. The Dear Departed was first produced in Manchester in 1908. Here, Arton satirizes the degradation of moral values in the British middle class. Here, what is Manchester School? So here he has become a realistic playwright often called the Manchester School. Here, Manchester School comprises the political, economic, and social movements of the 19th century that originated in Manchester in England. Now let us see the glossary of this lesson. The very first one, the name of the title is The Dear Departed. What is Dear Departed? This is an idiomatic expression. This means the dead person. This phrase is used by people to avoid the word dead. Second one, get her own way. It is an idiom which means persuade other people to allow you to do what you want. Persuade means here follow. Do you, here dye, which means do you, which is used in awkward situations. What is meant by awkward? Awkward means here causing difficulty. Precocious, which means intelligent, gifted, talented. Bureau, it is a noun which means a writing desk with drawers. Drive a hard bargain, which is an idiom which means work hard to negotiate agreements in one's own favor. Daft, it is an adjective which means stupid or silly. Pinch, verb. Steal, mantelpiece, a noun which means a shelf projecting from the wall over the fireplace. So this is not usher, usher, usher. It is a verb which means lead, show the way, welcome, complacent. It is an adjective which means self-satisfied or unconcerned. Chirpily. It is an adverb cheerfully and actively, not chirpily, chirpily. It is an adverb which means cheerfully and actively. Overdue. It is an adjective which means not paid by the expected time. Swindling. It is a noun which means cheating somebody for property or money. Transfixed. It is a verb. Became motionless in fear. Chuckling. It is a verb. Laughing quietly out of mild amusement or satisfaction. Clad. It is an adjective which means wearing a particular type of clothing. Malicious. It is an adjective which means harmful. Now let us see question and answers of this lesson. Very first question is, what qualities of Mrs. Slater have you noticed? Answer. From the play The Dear Departed, we can notice the following qualities of Mrs. Slater. So Mrs. Slater is very greedy, overpowering, dominating, blunt, straight talking, insensitive. These are the main features, qualities of Mrs. Slater which are highlighted in the first part of The Dear Departed. Let us move on to second question, that is, why does Mrs. Slater decide to shift the bureau from her father's room before the arrival of the Jordans? How does Henry react to the suggestion? Answer. Mrs. Slater is a greedy woman. She wants to steal the bureau of her father. The bureau is a fine piece of furniture. She wants to take the bureau into her possession. She is sure that the Jordans have no idea about the bureau, as they have made their last visit before the bureau is bought. She doesn't want her sister to have a share of the bureau, which she has always been longing for. She decides to shift the bureau from her father's room before the arrival of the Jordans because she thinks that Mrs. Jordan will take that bureau as her share of her father's property. Henry wonders at the idea of Mrs. Slater and says that he cannot help to carry it as the bureau is strong and heavy, and he doubts whether the Jordans will come. While he and his wife are shifting the bureau from the old man's room, he suggests her to settle the matter with Elizabeth before their arrival. So both the wife and husband, they were busy in shifting the bureau. Right now, let us move on to the third question. That is, why do the Jordans take a long time to get to the house of the Slaters? What does it show about the two sisters' attitude towards each other? Answer. The Jordans took a long time to get to the house of Slaters because they had to buy proper morning dresses to wear before they came to Slatter's house. Here we can observe both the sisters were comparing against each other and trying to be one up the other. It shows that both the sisters wanted to outshine each other and feel prior rather than being concerned about the death in the family. Both the sisters were worried about their appearances. It also shows that their appearances were more important than, than the emotions. It also shows that their appearances were more important than their emotions. Fourth question. Ben appreciated his father in law, saying, "It's a good thing he did." Later, he calls him a drunken old beggar. Why does he change his opinion about his father in law? Answer. Mr. Ben appreciated his father in law by saying that it is a good thing the father in law has paid the premium of the insurance policy. When he knows the fact that the father in law is a drunken old beggar, it reveals the fact that he has a love for the property of the father in law, but not the wealth and happiness of the father in law. Let us move on to fifth question, that is, what made Mr. Henry shocked to hear Victoria say, "Are you planning to pinch it?" The answer would be like this. Mr. Henry was shocked to know that even Victoria was able to see through the trickery of her parents in shifting the bureau. He was afraid that she might speak the truth in front of the Jordans. So he tried to convince her that the bureau was given to her mother before the death of the grandfather. So these are all five question answers which are given in first part of the Dear Departed. So thank you for watching, dear children. So in this video I have covered about the author, glossary and question answers. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Stay safe, stay secure. Thank you. Have a great day.